Will you be at the National Chiropractic Convention in Florida? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the KC CHIROpulse podcast, brought to you by CATS Consultants, helping doctors keep their pulse on success. We got a whole studio full here. I'm Dr. Michael Perusich, your host, and I'm joined with my co-hosts, Dr. Kelly Fredricks and Marisa Mateja, my counterparts in crime here today. So, hey, we're going to be at the Florida Convention. I can't wait. It's always so much fun. I want to talk about this today because it's such an amazing event.
It is.
Yeah, we have so much fun every year. So what makes it fun? Well, we get to see a ton of our friends, doctors, students are there, vendors. Oh my gosh, if you've never been to this event and you're anywhere near Florida, or heck, if you're close to Florida, if you can get on a plane, this thing is amazing. Florida knows how to put on a party. What's that?
Be ready to spend money.
Yes. Because I mean, seriously, there's everything there from jewelry, people who sell rings to analgesics and the latest in laser therapy. I mean, you just got to go just to see what's happening in the profession. And we're always there just because we like to support the profession. And it's so much fun just having a chance to talk to doctors and things there. So
yeah, I think I left with shoes and a whole bunch of stuff last year. So you just never know what you're going to get.
Oh yeah, you almost have to bring an extra suitcase.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pillows, drinks, supplements, shoes.
Yeah.
You just never know.
And there's just so many great things there. And it gives us a chance to really connect with a lot of you in the profession during that time. Because I don't know, there's several thousand people there. I can't remember the numbers from the last couple of years, but it's always been just this huge event. It gives us a chance to just have that opportunity to get face to face with you guys, talk about your practices, talk about the latest and greatest and how to manage a chiropractic practice correctly in today's crazy economic and business world. And so we just enjoy that. But Marisa, we got all kinds of activities going on too while we're there.
We do. We have a lot of stuff. So first and foremost, we're in booth 602. So there'll be aisles numbered for 600 through 699 or whatever. Come find us, 602.
So hang on, 602. Let's narrow that down. That'll put us between 601 and 603.
That's right. You've got it. Come find us. We've got some giveaways. We've got free downloads. I mean, it's endless information for you, obviously. And then we've got some great enter to win prizes. So if you have been on the fence of maybe looking at our student program or our Path to Prosper program, that's the one that's a subscription based for anybody who's in practice, but maybe doesn't want the full one-on-one, but still needs all the information and to stay updated. It's a great program for you. But we're going to give away 3 months of both our student program and our Path to Prosper program. We're going to give a couple of those away. So you want to make sure that you come by, enter to win, get a free phone case, cell phone stand for the back of your phones. You can hold it with your fingers, or you can set it up on your desktop to record all your Facebook videos that I know you guys do for marketing. So it'll be a great time. We also have to mention the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress. They are F4CP. They are doing an auction to raise some money. And we have donated a 3-month elevation program package with Dr. Perusich. It's an intense really evaluation of your practice and coaching and masterminding and everything all in one. Very intense program, weekly coaching and those kind of things. And that is on the auction item list. So we encourage you to go purchase that and put your donation in.
So I want to talk just for what's that, Doc?
I said, am I eligible for that? That sounds amazing.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So our KC Elevation program is kind of new. And this is an opportunity to take a deep dive just with me, take a really deep dive for 3 months and dig into your practice and pick it apart and find out what's going on in your practice. What's it look like? Where is it healthy? Where does it need some help? Where does it need Band-Aids? Where does it need emergency care? We're going to really pick it apart. Most of all, I'm going to challenge you to grow your practice. In fact, I'm going to challenge you to double your practice in a very short period of time. So if you're serious about success and you're serious about making some changes, positive changes in your practice, the KC Elevation program is going to be amazing. So you definitely want to check that out while you're there. And of course, all three of us will be there. We'll be talking to doctors, giving out practice advice and practice tips and those kind of things. And I appreciate Marisa mentioning the F4CP. Also, chances are your college, your alma mater will be there too. So a lot of the colleges have booths and things. So come and support your alma mater, whether you went to Palmer or Cleveland or wherever you went. Come by, support your college. That's a great way to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh.
And, you know, some of them have some alumni events as well there. So pay attention to those things, and you never know who you might run into. I know last year, Dr. Perusich had an opportunity to run into several classmates that he hadn't seen in years. And it was just really kind of a fun event. So pay attention to those alumni opportunities and make sure you dive into those, because you just don't know who you're going to run into.
Yep.
Or Florida, I can't wait to see you.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So, hey, gang, we need to take a quick pause here. We're going to get a word from our sponsor, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Florida National Convention. Here's a quick message from our sponsor, KC Chiropractic Business Advisors. We'll be right back.
Is your team dropping the ball?
Do you have your go-to person who always has the ball?
Is your team trained and ready for what daily practice throws at them?
Can you depend on your team to catch the training on their own?
Let us help you hit it out of the park. We want to be your coach. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are talking about whether or not you should attend the Florida National Chiropractic Convention. It's not whether you should, it's when you should, because everybody, I don't care if you're in Florida or wherever, you could be in Washington State, clear across the world practically. You should really come to this event, because this is the heart and the pulse of chiropractic, in my opinion. It's such an awesome event. And you can get some CEUs as well.
Yeah.
So come by, check out all the vendors. We mentioned F4CP being there. Probably your alma mater is going to be there, so support them. But NCMIC is there. Those guys are doing some great things in the profession. Go by and check them out. You can go by and get your foot scanned from foot levelers. You know, we all in our practices, we're dishing out foot levelers, orthotics all the time, but we don't take time to get ourselves scanned. So, and they'll talk to you about the latest in their technology and so forth as well. So please come by. And again, we've got all kinds of things going on that weekend. So if you're interested in growing your practice and doing it right and doing it without giving away the ship, come by and talk to us. We have been helping chiropractors for many, many years, really bringing in true business principles into their practices so that their practices really see great long-term success. And Kelly, Dr. Kelly, you've been not only a client, but now you're a coach, because you've seen amazing success in your practice, and it's been fun to watch you grow.
I have, yeah. And what I would really tell everybody to stop by and see us, because we have such great programs that are available for all different kinds of docs. So whether you're a brand new starting doc or whether you've been in practice for 10 years, we have different price points. We have different programs. We have one that will fit for you. We're not a one size fits all kind of shop, and we'll work with you and figure out what are your goals? What are you working towards? And we'll find that particular program that works best for you and for your budget as well, because some of the docs, especially those startups, you don't have a lot of money to spend right away. So we've got some really great options for you. So I would, highly, highly recommend that you guys come by 602 and see us at the National.
That's right. That's right. Kelly, tell the docs out there a little bit about your background and kind of the niche type practices that you kind of work with and things.
Sure, absolutely. Well, my actual background is it's a pretty cool story. This is my second career being a chiropractor. So my first career was in business, And business has always been my absolute love. Unfortunately, with the turn of the economy back in 08, I had to make a really huge business decision, and that was to change my career 100%. And I went into chiropractic. So I love marketing. I love sales. I love working with people. And that's always been my big passion. So when I met you guys and found that there was somebody else out there that could help me bring all of that business aspect together with the science aspect and really grow my practice, that's when things changed for me significantly. I felt like after practice or after graduation, I was kind of out on an island all by myself, and you have no idea who to turn to. You don't know if what you're doing is right, if it's wrong. You don't know what you're doing. So I was so grateful to meet you
You've
guys.
almost got to have that strategy partner, right? You've got to have somebody that's in your corner helping you to navigate what your plans need or want to be and those kind of things. So that's awesome.
100%. You could have some really big ideas that in your mind could be really great. And then when you bounce them off with somebody else, they could say, no, that's a terrible idea. How about we switch it and work on something different? So, having that extra hand is just like, it's priceless. It really is. And it's helped me change from being a new doc to now being more of an entrepreneurial doc, to the point where I'm growing my practice the way that I want it to be. I'm seeing the patients that I want to see. I got rid of insurance. I'm now cash-based. I'm seeing pregnant women. I'm seeing babies. I'm seeing the patients that make me happy instead of the ones that you just drag out the door every day thinking, another one of those. So, I love everything about cats, and that's why I wanted to join as a coach. I think you guys knew early on that I was ready to go as a coach.
We had our eye on you.
So I'm excited to be on this side. It's really fun, especially working with the students and seeing how excited they are coming out of school and helping them kind of forge their path in the profession as well.
I was going to bring that up. You and Dr. Perusich have been doing some programs on campus with the business classes and some different organizations and things with Palmer, Florida. And it's important for students to know that they can get in touch with you. They can, reach out to you through our organization and find some help for what direction they want to go in. Some of them are just needing a little guidance on what direction. And we've got a great student program, obviously, at a very low cost to them, that really helps engage them. And we do some peer groups and different things like that online for them to engage with us and things. So, it's important, students out there, to know that you can contact Dr. Kelly anytime, and she is a great asset and somebody who can be in your corner for helping you figure out where you want to be in practice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's hard when you graduate. You feel like your hands are tied and you only have a few options, and really there's a lot of options. You just have to be willing to take the time to sit down and figure out what you really want to do. That's what's
absolutely.
We design consulting around whatever your vision is. Yeah. And the main thing, as a student coming out of school, you don't have to be alone in the process. Right. We're right there by your side all the way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Dr. Perusich, tell them a little bit about your background.
I don't have a background.
What? It's a bookcase.
Let's see. I'll start when I was 7 years old. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
This is going to take a while. So my background, the irony is kind of similar to Kelly. I was in the financial world, business world for many years prior to falling into chiropractic. And I was in investment banking. The group I was with, we did mergers and acquisitions and direct investments. So I really got to, in my early years out of college, really got to understand the inner workings of businesses, how to pull them apart and put them back together, how to see what's wrong from the inside out, from the statistical aspect, and really understand business financing, how to create value in a business, and so forth. And that's part of what we brought into CATS Consultants, is that deep understanding from a business standpoint. Not just somebody told me how to run a chiropractic practice, but running a business like an entrepreneur. So after investment banking, I was looking for something to do, and I'll make a really long story short. I'd always been in love with chiropractic, and I thought, you know what, that's the perfect fit. And chiropractic has been an amazing experience for me along the ways. And Marisa, you and I have worked together for a long time. Marisa was my office manager, and we built this amazing practice. Like Kelly, we were able to see the patients that really gave us joy, and we could bring a great experience back to them. And we actually created one of the biggest practices in Missouri. And so I'm very proud of that. But more importantly, I'm more proud of the fact that we get to help through our doctor members. We get to help more patients indirectly than we could ever touch in our own clinic. So it's always a pleasure for us to be working with doctors out there in the field.
That's awesome.
Now,
That's
Marisa,
awesome.
you had a business background too. This
I
is kind of a
did,
theme.
yeah, it is kind of a theme. I came out of school and worked for a large retailer as their admin operations manager, basically. And so I knew very quickly once I started to have children that retail was not going to be the long-term thing for me. Enjoyed it very well. Learned a ton about business through that, but went to work for Dr. Perusich, running his clinic, and was there 17, 18 years or so. And then last 5 years overlapping, been doing more consulting side and really working on helping others build their practice now through CATS Consultants. So it's kind of nice. But yes, business background seems to be our theme here today, right? So
Sure is.
that is huge. And we see a lot of docs coming out of school and not realizing the overlap that you need as a doctor. What I mean by that is you have to be almost 3 or 4 things in practice, right? You have to be the doctor, you have to be the entrepreneur, and then you also have to be the marketer. You have to be able to show people who you are for them to like you, want to come back to you, want to see you, those kind of things. So there's almost this interwoven person that you have to create to be able to be a very successful doc in this world. So those are things that we help with all the way around. So
You have to be a brand.
yeah, that's right.
Be a brand.
You do. You're a walking brand, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to be a
Exactly.
brand manager. You have to be a marketing person. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to create the right treatment plans for patients. You have to be able to get patients to commit to care. Then you also have to be a business strategist. And there's a lot of moving parts. And somewhere in there, you have to put your doctor hat on and see patients a little bit and drive revenue too. So those are all the things that we help with. We help with all those little pieces. And I think the most unique thing that we are as a consulting consulting company for chiropractors is we treat every client different. We treat every client to their vision. We don't come in and say, here's a system, do this. We come in and say, what kind of practice do you want to have? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 10 years? How much money do you need to be making? Where do you want to be? At what point do you want to retire? We look from now all the way through the future and create the vision and then the strategies that go around that vision to make you a happy doctor and not get burned out. Absolutely. When you try to run your business with somebody else's vision, it just doesn't work well. Trust me, I've done it, and it just runs you into the ground. And you need to be able to develop your vision, and that's what we really help with.
A huge thing for me when I started with you guys was that I was working for a particular doctor that his lifestyle was very different from my lifestyle. So he expected, me to be here 14 hours a day, 5 days a week, all hours of the day. And I was a new mom. I couldn't do that. So when I met you and you were like, oh my gosh, no, we have to make your schedule around your lifestyle and your family. I was like, hallelujah. Okay, good. I can still be successful and not have to work, I guess, what they would call the traditional chiropractic hours.
Right.
And you guys really helped me mold my practice around my life and what works for me and my family. And that was amazing. And that was one thing that really sold me on you guys and how you took my life and my practice and made my program for me.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it.
So if you're not sure what you need to do, come by booth 602 at FCA. You can also schedule with us beforehand and come see us. I'll have a QR code up here for you guys to scan if you'd like to jump on our schedule and spend some time with us while you're there. Get to know us and let us get to know you. We want to hear about your practice. This is a learning and growing opportunity for us as well. We love hearing the trials and tribulations of practice that you're going through and seeing what common themes that we are hearing from other docs and things so that we can bring back some good knowledge for everyone. So pay attention to our podcasts and our free downloads and different things like that we offer, because those are all good resources for helping you in your practice. So.
Yep, absolutely. So go check us out at katzconsultants.com. All the downloads, our events, everything that Marisa was just talking about are on there. So check us out there. If you want to schedule a breakthrough call, let's talk about your practice. You can do it right there on the website. So, all right, gang, thanks for joining us in the studio today. Appreciate you both. Thanks for listening to everybody out there to the KC CHIROpulse podcast, brought to you by Katz Consultants, helping doctors keep their pulse on success. We will see you next time and at FCA.
See you at FCA.